Hello, welcome back to November Echo.
Hello.
I'm Ian.
You're leading this.
Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
And I'm Ed.
And today we are playing a game of Heresy, as we do. So today we're doing a custom mission, though, that we're doing in our event later in the year.
Yep.
The objectives are being placed by our core troops. So first of all, deployment.
You're so scattergun.
I know. Well, that's because my brain was like, just go! Just go!
Right, so first off, it's 3K.
Yeah.
It's my word bearers.
Yes.
This is your Dark Angels.
This, who knows how things go.
So traitor Dark Angels versus loyalist word bearers with demons.
I mean, I don't think that's how it works.
It's definitely how it works. And yeah, we're playing a custom mission that we have made up for our event that we are hosting in September.
Yep.
Line units basically place the objectives.
That's
they
right.
have to be outside your own deployment zone. So they can be in the enemy's deployment zone. At the end of the game, any objective that is still on the board will be worth 2 points. 2 points if it's in no man's land, 4 points if it's in the enemy's.
Why are you pointing towards this
Because that's where you're going to be.
It could be that zone as well.
But any unit, if they get in contact with the objective, can pull them down and break them. They're basically sort of putting up banners.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're the best leader.
Banners, recon,
and the other team are
scanners,
trying to pull them down.
all sorts of things.
You'll see how it is in a minute.
Yeah.
However, you naughty folks on the internet, I've been reading your comments and you all think to bring mean and nasty lists, so I've leaned into it and I'm bringing Lorgar and 2 Marigals and 10 Gorvolvac, and you can all say what you want to the comments, but it's my channel and I'll play what I want to.
I've got a very friendly list.
Whatever. Whatever. So to clarify, I said to Ian, I can do 3K of word bearers, but it involves me sort of buffing up with horrific
You wanted some
stuff.
horrific stuff in there.
And I was like, Ian, could you bring some pretty mean stuff? And so
I've got.
leave me alone.
So I've got the line. I've got some inner circle Cenobiums. I've got my 10-man las cannon teams. And the usual hard things. So
in Spartans,
the things
did you bring your Omegas?
I brought A Omega.
An A Omega.
A Omega.
A-OK Omega.
Yes.
Excellent. Right, that's enough waffling. Let's get into it.
Let's go. $3,000 points of Dark Angels. No right of war used them, but I am using the Lion, as he is horrendous and really, really good in combat. So supporting him, he's got a Praetor and the unit of Inner Circle Cenobium Knights in the Land Raider Spartan. Supporting that, I've got a Contemptor Dreadnought with a Gravis autocannon. For my heavy sport choices, I've got my famous Sicaran Omegas because they are beautiful and I love them, and a las cannon team of 10 men in the Iron Wing. My troops choices is where all the points will be coming from. The 2 tactical squads in Rhinos with multi-melters on them, the 2 recon Marines with melter bombs because they're really nice and annoying, and then a big 15-man blob of despoilers in there as well, just to cause some panic. Most of these things are the tactical squads, inner circle, the despoilers, and yeah, they've got Deathwing as well, so they've got better swords, better hitting in combat. And then finally, the 2 baby sabers with the twin Volkites, as they're always just fun to use.
$3,000 points of word bearers using the Dark Brethren Rite of War and Tremble Fear Before My Force, led by Lorgar Aurelian, the Golden Child, bringing his dad to the battle because his dad's bigger than yours. Corferon is here. He is accompanied by 10 Galvorback, 2 of which have Power Fist upgrades. They will be represented by the Blade Slaves just because they're easy to find in a Galvorback horde and they look cool, so leave me alone. They will be riding in a Land Raider Spartan that has a las cannon upgrade and a pintle mounted multi-melter. It has Flare Shield and Searchlight. 10-man autocannon team with a Siegebreaker. Despite what your eyes are telling you, that is not Zardu Leak, that is a Siegebreaker, so that they have a Vexilla, an Augury Scanner, and a Nuncio Vox. Full command, as it's now being called in my club, due to the Old World's resurgence. 2 10-man tactical squads in Rhinos with Vexillas, and the Rhinos have heavy bolters and searchlights. And one of the teams will be running with a Wordbearer champion, because I needed to fill up some points, and because a tactical squad with a champion in it can be quite scary sometimes. A Scorpius with nothing fancy on it, because a Scorpius just a Scorpius, they're evil. And finally, the pièce de résistance, and the thing that you will all hate me for in the comments is 2 Marigal Dreadnoughts with dual combat weapons. Look upon it and see thy doom.
Rolling off, I managed to get the deployment, so I've deployed all my army in the Hammer and Anvil's deployment. So starting off, as you can see, very, very obviously, I've got my Spartan there, filled with the Inner Circle Cenobiums, my Praetor and the Lion. Supporting them, I've got my Iron Wing heavy support squad with all the las cannons. I had to put them on there because that's the best opportunity to see anything, because otherwise they can pretty much only see half the battlefield otherwise. Supporting the Lion, I've got a Contemptor Dreadnought ready to go. He's going to march up with them, maybe provide some bit of support. I am worried about those Marigals though, they are terrifying. The 2 of them, you say? And then, in order to get my objectives out on the field, I've got my big core of my troops choices there, my 2 tactical squads in the Rhinos, and the big despoiler squad in the middle. Their objective, just first of all, move up, plant objectives, and then move on. Moving over to the left flank, I've got some fire support with my 2 Sabres and my Sicaran Omega there. So that's basically to open fire anything coming down this line and provide some support for that tactical squad on the left flank. Stuff I haven't got, which is still in reserve though, I've still got my 2 recon squad ready to come in from the side, come in from the outflank and see what they can do with that. See if they can get some objectives down in Ed's deployment zone. But also got to worry about things like slaying the Warlord, killing Lorgar and big things, and what was the other one? Last Man's Planning, and of course that all-important first strike as well in the first turn. But at the minute, this is now opened up for Ed to deploy against me, so he's got a bit more of an idea of like where to send things.
Wordbearer's deployment, and I've had to hide from that 10-man las cannon team over there, because that could do quite a lot of damage to me. So I've started off with Lorgar Corferon and his Gal Vorbak team sat in the middle, using the hill to prevent this line of sight from the las cannons, should protect my Spartan for a little bit longer. My autocannons have gone on my left flank to play counter battery against either the Spartan or the las cannon team. If they shoot me, I will shoot them back. I'll die, but so will you. Mad, mutually assured destruction. It worked in the Cold War, it will work here. Ian shaking his head. Again, using the cover of this big hill in the middle to my advantage, but trying to stay in range with Hammer and Anvil. My Scorpius has gone over here because I'd like to shell the crap out of the las cannon team, but also there's a lovely big blob of despoilers just over said hill, and they will be getting shelled too. Boo. My 2 tactical squads, the champion is in this one on the right here, but the 2 tactical squads are sat behind their American football blockers, whatever you call them, who are going to sprint forward. Then I'll start putting down my flags and claiming territory. And on my extreme flank, the 2 Marigals, the Bash brothers of this list, are staying away from my Gal Vorbak so they don't negatively affect me, but also they're just going to rampage round this flank and cause lots of fun for me. And that is the Wordbearer's deployment. Now let's pray I seize and win this game. It is not night fighting. We have decided, gentlemen's agreement. Night fighting, because I'm not playing Nine Lords. I don't need it to be night.
It's been very odd for him. It's like
weird.
withdrawal symptoms as well. So it's bizarre.
I'm still going to try and seize. So on a 6, the Wordbearers will not take first turn. It will be a Darky Angel.
Does that mean I get 2 turns?
Yes, that's how it works. Lovely. But before we start, I am going to say that's my sacrificial target for Dark Brethren.
Roger, roger. So this is where I put my outflank marker, just at the end of the board edge, so that when things come on, they've got an option of which way they can go. Dark Angel's first turn movement. So starting off, Ed has gladly told me that the way to get bonuses on against Logar and his buff rune is to make sure the thing that he's targeted doesn't die. So the Rhino has released its tactical squad and then drove immediately backwards to stop it from happening. And I was like, well, if you're going to tell them that's how it works, I want to make sure that's how it works. Everything else, though, has moved up, getting things into range. The Dreadnought's moved up. The Land Raider Spartan has moved up. Again, like I say, the tactical squad got out of the Rhino. The Despoiler squad's moved up. What I'm thinking about doing is putting some objectives down at the end of this, and then over on the left flank, being very wary of these Maragals. I've moved weapons in range, but hopefully that's not in range of them charging me. So get some shots in before they die. So again, with the Volkite, they will be at -1 strength, so it is tricky to actually hurt them though. But we'll see how it goes. Starting off with my shooting, the Spartan is going to go on to the other Spartan with Spartan on Spartan action.
Spartan on Spartan action.
Both with flare shields, both with everything. So you've got one more last cannon than me though, so...
And a multi-melter.
And a multi-melter, so you do have a bit more firepower back.
Yeah.
But this could take you out in the first turn. Which all of those hit?
It couldn't. You could only glance.
Shut up! Oh, well,
Sunder.
I'll do my Sunders.
Nothing.
No, nothing. Oh, well, there we go.
It's Logar's battle bus.
Yeah,
well, that's it.
Next up, the Contemptor Dreadnought's going to use the Gravis autocannon into the autocannon squad itself. So hitting on 2s. With all of those, wounding on 2s and 6s rending. So 2 wounds, mate.
2 armor saves. 3 up.
Right.
Both fine. Blessed by the gods.
Boo! Well, moving over to the left flank, the Sabres are going to open up into the left-hand Marigal. Now, I am hitting on 3s, wounding on 6s because of the ridiculous nonsense that Marigal have.
Yeah.
So there is 22 shots going into them, though. So hopefully, and I'm saying this because you know how well my dice rolls work, it'll work. So there's one. Let's get... Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear. Oh, dear Lord.
The dark gods area.
No. Okay, so 6s. 3, sir.
What is this?
Yeah.
I take a move.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
No, it's fine.
7 wounds left.
The Sicker and Omega is going to open up into the left-hand Galvor back as well. Marigal, sorry.
How dare you discriminate against my demon types?
They're all the same. So opening up, I'm going to use it on the burst mode, so I get my 8 shots. Which I need to re-roll my twin link, because good lord.
We need to make you that thankfully twin.
What is this?
Ian.
What is this?
Ian.
I am wounding on 5s. Fourthly is breaching. So that is 2 wounds. Breaching.
So
you get
5 up in most. The reason he's winning on 5s is because the Marigal rules, if anyone's wondering. And I pass by you because that's loving.
Son of a bitch. Following up all the heavy bolters from the Sicker in as well. So I get 12 shots from the heavy bolters. Once again, let's see. That's not as bad as I have been rolling, but it is still 6s to wound, which is another 4, sir. There's 4 wounds, sir.
I'm fine.
Yeah, totally fine. And then finally, a multi-melter from the Rhino into the same Marigal to see if I can whitter down some wounds off him. So rolling a hit, and then in the thing, come on. Never mind. I'm going to open up with my last cannons into the auto cannons team. But Ed...
Advanced reaction. So I'm going to sacrifice 1 man to eat all of whatever wounds come.
Okay, so roll the hit.
He's rolled really well.
No, it's not. It's not at all. And then, see,
So how many men did you kill?
I killed 1.
Yes, you did. You killed 1. So Wordbearer's advanced reaction, I sacrifice 1 man and ignore the rest of the wounds.
Poor Jeff. End of my turn there. Last cannons would have performed really well if it wasn't for that damn advanced reaction. Would have killed 5 of those, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes. I have managed to get one of my objectives out into no man's land, so that's going to get me some victory points towards. But again, totally forgetting about the first strike. I should have aimed for something a bit squishier, like the Rhino behind the Marigals. But getting 1 wound on the Marigal after all that firepower, it's just they're so tanky and so tough, and it's so difficult to deal with. But yeah, I am pleased with my Rhino being hiding at the back there. So fortunately, hopefully, he won't be able to kill it next turn, but we'll see what happens.
Wordbearer's turn 1 movement, and it's pretty much been full send. So over on my left, the autocannon squad has stayed still because my plan is to try and drop the Spartan and get the Lion out on foot so that I
A lot of rending hits you're relying on there. So I mean, there's a lot of shots.
A lot of dice with the siege break should be run.
Yeah.
My Spartan has gone its full 12. It's gone its full 12 because I want to get some shots onto my targeted Rhino because I foolishly told Ian that if he just hides it, I
would absolutely.
So I now need to do something about it.
But I did react there, and I used my spoiler squad to move a little bit forward there.
Advance towards my Spartan as I went. Tactical Squad A has moved, got out and deployed an objective into No Man's Land. Tactical Squad B, the one with the champion, has moved, deployed and set an objective in No Man's Land. That's pretty much going to be the objective. That's it. Scorpion has stayed still. He has got many targets of opportunity. He's probably going to be the last thing I fire when I see what happens. And finally, both Marigal have ran forward their 13 inches purely because Ian deployed his sabres and Rhino beautifully so that I was just a whisker of a gnat's pube out of 12 inches, so I couldn't fight them and get the surge move or a lucky charge. So they run. So it's clashing of the lines in the middle. Starting my shooting phase, my Spartan, the pursuit of truth, is going to split fire all over the shop. Main
Pursuit of truth. Right.
Yeah, it's good.
Spreader of lies.
So my Sponson is going to fire full ballistic skill into my targeted Rhino, and Ian has declared
I have an evade.
he has evaded. Similarly, the single twin-linked front las cannon is also going to target that Rhino. We're going to have... I need to hurt it so I don't get suffered. The multi-melter on top is going to fire into the Spartan. He is snap firing because I move my cruising speed. And the other las cannon Sponson is going to fire into the Dreadnought. These will all be snap shooting because of cruising speed. But here we go.
This is the important one first, isn't it?
So the snap shooting las cannons hitting on 3s. They both hit.
Yeah.
Then we have a snap shooting las cannon which is twin linked, and that doesn't hit.
No.
So 2 hits.
Yep.
I need 2s to glance.
Yep.
And 3s to pen with sunder. That is 1 glance, 1 pen, of which you have 2 evades.
1 glance, 1 pen.
They both go through, so I have hurt it, so I'm not going to suffer my perils.
Okay.
But do I blow it up? I can do it! Yes! Boom! Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen. The Pursuit of Truth, which until roughly 4 days ago was painted Imperial Fist colours, because whose Spartan was it up until that point?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Was it your Spartan that
I
you
might be
donated to
Derek's.
me so that I could
Derek's
play for
got
this
5.
game?
It's who knows what it...
How it turns against you when the power of the true gods are unleashed. With the excitement overtaking me, the Pursuit of Truth is continuing its firing. The multi-belter into the Spartan. I swear to God if this blows.
Oh, don't use...
So it misses, but it is twin-linked. It's not firing.
Yeah.
It misses.
Well,
And then 2 las cannon shots into the Dreadnought.
Yep.
Again, snap firing but twinned. So 1 hit.
What?
1 hit.
What?
Wounding on a 2. It wounds.
So I get mine.
on a-
Roll save, which I fail.
Come on, dude.
So I have taken a wound.
And I will be putting my buff in a shocking twist on Lorgar, his Galvorwak, and Corferon and friends.
They may or may not be hiding in a spot.
They're not
I
hiding.
mean, they're hiding, aren't they?
Driving towards the enemy. The autocannons now firing and targeting.
There's a bit of maths involved
There
in
was
this.
a lot of maths involved in this. I got excited. I've remembered I'm a Night Lord. I'm not a Night Lord. The Siege Breaker gives me Sunder. So I am hitting on 3s.
Well, not great.
The best wing, not the best wing. Then I need 6s to get my rending. However, I do have Sunder thanks to the Siege Breaker.
Oh, that's 2 6s? There's 2 6s.
2 6s. Oh,
Do your Sunders.
do my Sunders, which pulls nothing out of a hat. And then these need 5s and 6s to glance because of the -1 strength of the flare shield. I do nothing.
Nothing.
Well worth it.
Jack Diddley and Squat.
Rhino number 1 is going to fire his heavy bolter shot into the Dark Angel Rhino up on the hill here because I want to get rid of that multi-melter. It's annoying me. Hitting on 3s. and then wound 6s to glance it
Glances.
because it's armor 11. Nothing, but we are just going to go straight into the second rhino on the other flank that's doing the same thing. So 3s and 6s.
again.
3 6s. That's all I ask.
One.
Take a glance. Take a glance.
A glance, sir.
Lovely. And then all I have to do is fire my Scorpius. Let me work out my target. Final thing in my shooting is the Scorpius.
Yep.
And were you surprised?
I am not that surprised.
I am going to
Almost like you were
mainly
telling me what you were going to do.
because they can't see my Scorpius from where they're sat, which means I'm fairly immune. I mean, I know you've already spent a reaction, but this is what's going on. I'm going to target there for a very healthy 9, as long as I get a full hit. I will be scattering full because I can't see him, but I do also have a Nuncio box in the autocannon team. I will re-roll that.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll that. Re-rolling. And that is 7 inches. I don't think I'm going to do that much good. 7. It was on him. Wham. Bam. A full miss from the Scorpius. It will not die roll at the end of my turn for my Marigal. It does not regain a wound. That's Word Bearer's turn 1, and yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think it's a trip there, man.
So I've deployed my 2 objectives. I killed my initial target, and I have buffed Lorgar and friends, so they're now a bit more killy, even though they're heading into the teeth of the lion. And I'm pretty confident. He's got 10 kill fallback. He'll be okay. The autocannons were a bit of a blunder, a bit of a fluff.
That was worth a shot.
And the Scorpius didn't do what it was going to do, but also,
Two objectives down in first.
I've already spent my advanced reaction, and there's some outflankers to come in, but yeah, no, happy with that. Happy. I think happy. Yes.
Starting my next turn, the outflankers for the 2 recon squads from the outflanking position both come on, so I'll get them deployed and sorted out in my movement phase. So after the outflanking, I've moved the recon squads onto the positions there. Ed does have an augury scanner though in his heavy weapons teams.
Correct. Augury scanner from the autocannons. Only 2 men can see this one man here, so they will be rinsing him. So I'll just come round so you can see my rolls. So hitting on 3s. Like that. And wounding on a 2, 6 is a rend.
1.
A complete work. You can have the rest of your movement first.
I will.
Yeah.
So after moving all my outflankers and everything, the army's moved up. Outflankers have moved into a better position to place their objectives in Edge deployment zone, which is a nice place to be. Getting the extra bonus points there. Whether they can hold them is another thing, but we'll see how it goes. Moving up, the Land Raider Spartan with the Lionett has moved up. Now, Ed did use his reaction to turn his other Spartan with all the Galvor back and Lorgar in to face him, so he's got that front arc with the flare shield to come into contact. But because he's done that, the Lion has now gotten out and is going after this heavy weapon squad, depending on what I can do with this Spartan. If I can take out the Spartan and Lorgar's there, he's getting a good charge on there, but we'll see how it goes. It's all a matter of dice rolls at this point.
Your favourite.
I know, I'm so glad I rely on dice rolls for things. The Despoiler squad in the middle moved up. Now, Ed did mark this as his next objective. What's it called? Buff sacrificial unit?
Yeah, sacrifice unit.
Sacrifice unit, so if that gets wiped out, then gets the buff Lorgar again.
Not just Lorgar, but probably Lorgar.
I mean, that's what you're basing it on, though, isn't it? Yeah. The Dreadnoughts moved up. The Tactical squad moved a little bit to the right flank a bit, so he can place an objective. And then over on the left flank, where all the Maragals are, everything has run away from them. And again, into a perfect position to be ever so slightly out of charge range. And then obviously the heavy weapon squad, last cannon teams, just going to stay there and obviously target that Spartan. Starting up the Dark Angels, shooting the heavy last cannon team, the Iron Wing team. Going to open fire into the Spartan. Now, Ed has elected to evade.
I am evading with the pursuit of truth.
Elected to evade.
I have elected to use my reaction.
Elected to react. So, yeah, 10 shots, hitting on 3s, but re-rolling 1s. That's all but 1.
Dirty.
It is 6s, though.
Dice turn around. Yeah, the flare shield means 6s with Sunder.
6s with Sunder, so that's all of them, which is a shame, but that's 2. 3 altogether, but you do get your evades.
5 up evade. No, I take 3 hull points. I'm down to 3 left.
50% damaged.
4 more las cannons from the Spartan. They're going to open fire into the other Spartan as well.
The Pursuit of Truth, man. Use its name.
The Pursuit of Lies. So open all of them. All of them hit.
Oh.
I need 6s.
Oh, no. Don't you dare.
Oh, it's one more.
1 hull point.
1 whole point. The Pursuit of Truth continues to lie. The Dreadnought's got a Gravis autocannon there. It can hurt it. It's relying on its rending, and then it's relying on the rending, basically.
It's relying on the rending. So you're going for the Spartan. You're going for the final hull point.
So final whole point on the Spartan. All of those hit.
Don't you dare roll a 6. Don't you dare roll a 6.
Oh! Thunder?
No,
No, you don't get thunder.
It's a 3 out of 4 to glance.
That's it, man. It's gone.
With the death of the Pursuit of Truth, Lorgar, Daddy Pharaon, and the 10 Galvorback of the Serrated Sun have got out to support him, and they are now facing down their traitorous liar of a brother.
You lie, Lord.
You are Dark Angels.
Yes.
I don't need to take a pinning check because I'm fearless, because obviously Lorgar does not fear such things.
After that bombshell with the Spartan and the Pursuit of Lies, moving over to the other flank, which is a little bit more scary, to be honest. But
Scrap metal.
yeah, my sabers are going to open fire into the Rhino. Now, it does mean only the culverins are in range, but if I can take out this Rhino, I can then open fire with my Omega into it next time. But we'll see what happens. Hitting on 3s. And then side armor of the Rhino is 11.
So 5 to glance, 6 to 10.
So that's 3. Oh, it's gone.
It can't explode.
It can't explode, but it's gone.
Rhino down.
Rhino down. Following up, the Seeker and Omega will open fire into the tactical squad behind it. It will get cover saves and everything like that, and there is a lot of things that it won't be able to kill. But if I can start whittling them down, it means I'm doing something rather than nothing. And like in the last turn, didn't do much against the Maragals, but this is where I've got to try and go. So get all of them, but twin linked. So still those. So wounding on 2s, but 4s are breaching.
Yes, sir.
So that is 2 wounding on 2. Sorry. So that's 3 normals and 3 breachings.
Lovely. I will take the 3 normals on the character, who is fine, and 3 breaching will go cover save for 6 up. The man is fine. Cover save 6 up. He's dead, and the other guy you can see is dead. So 2 dead men.
Yep. Following up the 12 heavy bolters into them then. Let's see what we can do there. These aren't twin linked, unfortunately, so that is quite a few misses. But 3 to wound. That is another 4 saves. I believe it's the only character can take.
Yeah, only the character can be seen, so he has to take them, and he promptly lives.
There we go. That's easy enough done.
Yeah.
The multi-melter from the Rhino into the left-hand Marigal, the wounded one. Let's see if we start pinking down more wounds. Let's see. So it misses, but it's twin linked. So it hits, and then forced wound.
Yeah, because it's minus 1.
wound.
Well, no, minus 1 strength to Victor Bell weapon, but it does wound, and it wounds me, yeah?
Yeah, another wound.
Another wound, down to 6.
So what I think is the last bit of my shooting, the inner circle Snobiums are going to open fire into the Galvorback and Lorgar's Lies, mutated, corrupted, horrific squad. They have got plasma burners. They're not great, but I've managed to hit 11 of them. I am wounding on, what's your toughness? Like 5. So I am wounding on 5s. That is 2 rends.
Oh,
Breaching.
Sorry, 2 breaches and 2 wounds. So 2 normal saves and 2 invulnerables.
not invulnerable.
Not just 2
Feel no
wounds.
pain.
No.
So 2 3 up armors. I fail. Full feel no pains. 5 up feel no pain.
Oh, you flew
That worked. The power of the god. 1 man takes a win.
The Lion's going to open fire with his pistol Arcnes. It has 2 shots, so hitting on 2s. And then wounding on strength 7, so wounding on 3s. 2, sorry. And it's rending 3+, so that is definitely 1 more wound.
Feel that pain. I don't feel that pain. 1 guy goes down to 1 wound.
What?
Sulphase, I'm charging my Despoiler squad into that tactical squad. But
Overwatch.
there's a shock there, and because you're overwatching and you've stood still, you're going to do it.
Well, all reactions are Fury, so it will be Fury of the Legion with my tactical bastards. Hitting on 3.
Oh, that's not good for me.
I was going to say, there's more than you think. And then wounding on 4s, because we're both Space Marines built of stuff. Lovely. And that is a grand total of 3, 6, 9, 10. Please die now.
10. I score 10. You got 3 of them.
That'll do.
Let's make a charge.
Probably. Let's work it out.
Yeah. So this is how the combat ended up there. I've only got a couple of my Marines actually in combat because I didn't get to roll far enough. So I've got my Sergeant, a power weapon guy, and 3 normal despoilers in there. Now I do get more attacks than Ed because he's only got tactical Marines. My despoilers do get quite a lot of attacks, and I do have power weapons in there as well. So hopefully I'll do some damage. Next up, the Dreadnought's going to charge into the Gal Vorbak and Lorgar's corrupted, horrific squad. Now, you did say you were going to
Disorder!
do
As long as he makes the charge.
That's it, he's going to make the charge first, which
He does.
he does. Nice and easily in there, so he's disordered in there.
And I pass my morale automatically because I'm fearless.
Yes, and then finally the Lion's going to charge in there. He goes his 8 inches.
He doesn't have to roll.
I don't even roll, so that's probably fine. So this is how the combat has now ended up. The Lion has charged directly into the lines to face off Lorgar himself. Straight in the combat with the tactical squad there, my spoilers. Like I say, there's not many of them, but they do get a lot of attacks, and they are Deathwing, so they are receiving a +1 to hit.
Boo.
So, first things first, my power weapon in there, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s,
Killing on 4.
killing on 4s.
2 dead.
That's 2 dead there.
They will get to fight.
Yep.
Initiative.
The Sergeant with the Carbonite Warblade, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, because it's strength 5, so that's another 2 dead.
Okay.
And then Chainswords, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, Butch with Shred,
Which you need.
which is good. That's another 4 saves from them.
Well, 1 more dead. So I've lost 5 in total, but they will all get to fight back. My attack's back at the same initiative, hitting on 4. So we'll re-roll that one for the one that went out the tray. And then wounding on 4s. With no shred or anything.
No.
I'm just tactical marines.
Yes, one just
4 armor. They were all Wrens.
4 armor sale.
I wish.
Well, you do get one of them.
I get 1 back. Woo! So that means I lost by 4, but I have a Vexilla, so I lost by 3. Do you have a Vexilla?
I do not have a Vexilla.
Oh, so I lose by 3. So you stop throwing dice anyway. That's my leadership down to 6, because that's the lowest.
that's the lowest you can
ever go down, and I do run.
Whoop.
Kill him. Get him.
Yep.
Initiative off. You don't catch me, and I run 1d6 because of Vexilla. I run 2.
Yeah, so I've consolidated my 4 inches. So I'm right behind them again.
And my lads are running.
And they're running away, aye? So the main fight going on here, Lions charging against Lorgar. This is where it all comes down to. First thing you need to do is with my stasis grenades, because I know how much you love them, an initiative test.
I
That
pass.
is just a shock.
Yeah.
But then going into initiative, the Lion is first to fight. So he is initiative 7, fighting against Lorgar because he's issued a challenge against him.
Yes, and being decent and nice, I have actually accepted the challenge so that we could make the Primarch.
Of course.
But like, let's
That's
be
fine.
decent.
I mean, you
Let's
could
be decent.
You could have been an utter.
I could have been what the internet thinks I am. But no, let's do this.
There's a reason you bought all those most important things.
Yes, yeah, there's a reason I have quite almost 14. The internet hates me. Go for it, right?
Right, so the Lion, he's got 7 attacks. He's +1 for charging, which I totally forgot.
Yes.
8 attacks, hitting on 3s, because we were same weapon skill, but I get +1 for being
I
deathly.
am weapon skill 8 because I've got core fair on and I've got buffed 1, so I'm weapon skill 8 if anyone's wondering.
Right, let's roll some dice, D. So,
Oh, you must have crafted.
it is. So I get 1 more, but
Yeah. You're scared of Lorgar.
I wouldn't say that because all of those there. So you get your invulnerables.
I do. So I got 4 up invulnerables. I passed 1. I passed 2. So Lorgar takes 2 wounds. The Aurelian now showing his brother the error of his ways.
I mean, it's not fair.
Six
Relying on me to
attacks.
roll dice.
6 attacks, hitting on 4s, unfortunately. But I do hate you because Corfair my big daddy's with me, and
Oh, is that?
he says don't like that guy. Corfair is showing his value. Now I'm wounding on 2s because I'm strength 9 and I'm brutal 2. So that is 6. 6 in.
So I do get 6 invulnerables. Let's do them 3 at a time, 2 at a time.
Why?
Uh,
Do them, man.
right, all of those, and I
Oh, he only takes 1.
will re-roll that because I can.
Jesus, because loyalist.
So I do take a wound.
You take our wound.
Oh, what was that about? Not believing in the. Next up, the Praetor in the fight. He's got 5 attacks from the charge. So now that you're weapon skill 6 as well, I am now hitting on 3s, because I'm weapon skill 6 also, but I get Deathwing +1, so... It is, however, mass-crafted. It doesn't matter, but I'm wounding on 3s and killing on 5s. So that is one dead Galvorback, I believe.
Yeah, so it's instant death, so I don't get my feel no pain, and it's AP3, so that guy just dies. Fine. And now, all the Galvorback at Initiative 5 will swing, apart from the 2 with Power Fists. The Galvorback choosing targets the Terminators at Initiative 5. Hitting on 3s, because I'm weapon skill better than Yao. And Corferon says hate them, so I will be re-rolling. Are you happy with that? Do you want me to re-roll?
That's a 5. That's very obviously a 5.
Very much. Lovely. And then hatred. Let's me re-roll these. Give me an extra. I am strength 6, so I'm wounding on 2s, but it's only AP3. 6s, however, are rending and instant death zone. So I'd like some 6s. That would be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 4 invuln or death.
Yeah.
And then... Forgive me, internet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wounds.
That's a 13 armor saves first. That's a lot of dice rolls, so all of them. So
One
2.
death.
So you say 1 death, but they are characters, so I can put them either way.
Of course, they're characters.
So-
he wound hops.
Swapping them, but I dare get the 4 invuns. So that is. Oh, so that one will do. So yeah, sorry, I'll pass 1.
3 dead.
So 3 dead altogether.
Ouch. I forgot your characters. I hate that rule.
So after that, it's the Preceptor's turn from the Inner Circle Knight.
Yeah,
He
get down to Initiative 4.
He is down to Initiative 4, but he is also weapon skill 6.
Oh, great.
So he's hitting on 3s this time. So that's 2. And that is 1 instant death.
So you kill a Galvorback with the Preceptor.
The other remaining Inner Circle Knight hitting on 4s, which is better, and then wounding on, that's 1 instant death and 1 normal armor save, because it's AP3.
It's over 3, so I get field of pain against it, which I fail. So that
One
kills 1.
Yeah.
And that takes a wound. So 2 dead and a wound caused.
And then finally, the Dreadnought, also at Initiative 4. So weapon skill, so hitting on 4s, hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5, some weapon skill 6.
Yes. So none of those.
None. Corferon now using the Patriarch's Claws at Initiative 3. Fighting into the Terminators.
Daddy's Claws.
Daddy's Claws. He is weapon skill 6 with my buff, so he's hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
But he does hate you.
Oh.
Yes, he does. He's only strength 3. These are AP2 with Shred, so I need 5s to wound you because you're a tough Space Marine.
Yep, so Shred though.
And Shred gets me 1 involved.
So 1 invulnerable, which I make.
That's lovely. And then down to Initiative 1 will be my Power Fist Galvorback, who will also swing into the Terminators, because I don't like them. I'd like them to die. These will be hitting on 3s, because I'm better weapon skill than you.
Yeah.
And I have Hatred, thanks to Corferon.
All them then.
And then I wound on 2s, and these are strength 10s.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh.
4 involved or dead.
4 invulnerable, so I've only got 2 left, so I'll start. So 1 dead. So 1 dead. So reduced it down.
Kind of
The Preceptor. The Preceptor's back in there.
Goddamn Cat Fracty.
End of that turn, I've got my It Will Not Die for the Lion. See if I can regenerate my wound, but it's in the box, which I don't. End of the Dark Angel's turn. The armoured column on the left flank here, keeping a very good distance between the Maragals. Hopefully forcing Ed to think about whether to move them closer to the Galvorback so they can do some shenanigans there. But the tactical squad's still in the Rhino, just not wanting to get involved until later. Last Cannon team's doing all right. I mean, they've took out 3 hull points off the Spartan there to reduce it down, and then eventually obviously got it killed. Tactical squads do what tactical squads do, and then talking about the big combat in the middle. Yeah, I've lost my Terminators, but I've still got effectively 3 characters in there. 2 characters, 3 characters. So yeah, I've got the Lion, the Praetor, and the Preceptor from the Inner Circle Knights, and the Dreadnought in that fight. So it's just a battle of attrition now. Ed doesn't have his hatred anymore in the first round of combat. I've still got my attacks. He does have a lot of initiative better than me, but if I can take down Lorgar and then see how it goes there. And then back in the middle with that unit of despoilers, did reasonably well, chasing down another tactical squad. So yeah, not too bad for, but because they're now here, they get rid of that objective. Meaning Ed no longer can capture that. Boom.
Word bearers turn 2 movement.
I need an adult.
Over here on my flank, my tactical squad that has a wrecked Rhino has moved backwards. I need to clear these objectives that will be scoring the Dark Angels 4 points, and it's worth more for me to stop them scoring than it is to try and start putting down objectives, so I move backwards here. Scorpius stayed still, and the Marigal twins have bomb bursted open. So this Marigal has moved us 8 inches towards my sacrificial despoiler squad over here, and the Marigal that was injured has run straight over because he's also going to try and clear some objectives. I've given up trying to get to the tanks on the Dark Angel flank because they're just going to keep reversing and blowing me up, and that's not going to do anything. This tactical squad rally, my Rhino spun on the spot just to present its front armor. Yes, it pivoted. It's not a movement, it's a pivot. To present his front armor to the bolters of the recon teams, and he's going to spray with some heavy bolter action. And over here, my autocannon squad moved their 7 inches across. It means I'll be snap shooting, but I need to clear these objectives from my backfield. And again, these recon squads are just going to keep scoring. And I'm looking a bit thin on the ground. I need to win this fight, and I need to win it in this turn so that I can start smashing the teeth out of the rest of the Dark Angels. But the Lion is being annoying.
He does that.
He does do that. Starting with my autocannon squad firing snapshots into this close recon team because I would like to knacker them down. 18 of them hitting on 6s. That is a grand total of 2 hits. Wounding on 2 6s. Rend for 2 armor save.
Which I make.
Ah, you cursed man. Tactical squad over here is going to also spray and pray into the recon team holding objectives because I'd like them to get off those objectives, please.
Nope, they're my objectives.
3.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that is
dear.
not great work. 4s. 2 armor.
Nope, fine.
No, this
Totally
hasn't gone
fine.
right at all.
Recon Reens, ho!
The Rhino next up firing its heavy bolter and combi into the
Recon Reens.
recon race. Thank you very much. So 4 heavy bolter shots, hitting on 3.
Oh.
Wounding on 3s. So 2 more armor. Finally,
go on.
Finally! And then it's in rapid fire range with its combi bolter. 2 hits. And no
Nothing.
wounds, but 1 finally dies.
Boom.
Yay! Scorpius now is going to launch his rockets over into this tactical squad and aim for right about there on his head. Lovely. So,
Scatter.
let's get a...
Scatter 4
Scatters
inches?
4. I think I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
So 4 inches, puts it there.
Get
Clank.
3 for them.
4 of them.
Cool. I have evaded.
You have evaded. Sorry, yes, you have evaded. You did clear. 2's to wound, 4's rend. That would be 3 armor and 1.
3 armor, which I fail, but I get my evade.
You do.
And then the 1 evade as well. So 3 of them go down.
3 dead.
So with the 3 that's enough to cause a pinning test and a morale check. So first up, pinning, which I pass, and then morale, which I also pass.
Yeah.
So they're sticking around on that objective there.
Final thing in my shooting is the rally tactical squad. I wasn't going to fire them into the despoiler squad, but now that Ian has used his reaction, I certainly am. They will snap fire their bolters rapid fire into the despoilers. 6s. I'll re-roll that one.
Ah,
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
4 hits. That's better than the
pretty
guys who
good
weren't
going.
snap firing. And then 4's to wound for 3. Oh, these guys mean it.
And you get one of them.
Yeah, well worth it. Assault phase for the word bearers, and my Marigal is charging this despoiler squad here, and Ian.
The spoiler squad is going to use its advanced reaction for the Dark Angels, which I never ever get to do.
No.
So what it is, I need to take a test. If I pass it, I am fearless and cause fear 2. If I fail it, I am stubborn and cause fear 1. But we'll see.
Could be good.
I pass it, so I'm now fearless.
And do I make my charge? I massive my
easy.
charge. Lovely.
Easy.
Combat's now in the Marigal, making combat there. I have 3 base, 4 for the extra weapon, and 2 for the rampage into these despoilers, and I am going before them. However, they are now fearless, which is bloody annoying.
Yes.
I will be hitting them on 3s because I'm better weapon skill.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I'll be killing on 2s.
Yeah.
Because I kill on 2s.
Hooray!
Happy with
That's
that?
a 4.
So 5 dead.
So 5 dead. Fighting back, I've got my power weapons from the despoiler squad. I've got 4 attacks from them. I'm hitting them on 4s because he is a Deathwing unit. So I'm hitting him on 4s. It'll be the rolling to wound, which is the trouble, though. So 3 of them hit. I do need 6s to wound him.
Rending!
Which is 2 of them. So 2 rending hits, mate.
I'll take one of them.
Yeah. The Carbonite Warblade next from the Sergeant, exactly the same again.
hitting on 3s. And
How you hit me on 3s?
Sorry, hitting on 4s, I do apologise.
Even 4s, I'm weapon skill 6.
So none of them wound. But now I've got all the chain swords attack as well, so hitting on 4s. Which is not great.
This sword's malarkey is bollocks.
But re-rolled because of shred,
Yeah.
6s, nothing. But I did cause the wound.
You did. I win by 4, however you're fearless. But I did wound my targeted sacrifice unit, so I'm not going to take any damage. Into the combat of giants now. And the lion is still going before me because he is higher initiative.
He only has 7 attacks now.
Good.
But he didn't charge. But he's hitting on 3s,
I hate
which
this
is
rule.
annoying.
Mastercrafted?
Mastercrafted, apologies. There we go.
Shouldn't have told you.
2s, so that is 3 wounds.
3 invulns for me.
3 invulnerables. So,
Lovely. 4 up invulns for Lorgar. He takes another 2. Oh, he's down to 2 remaining. But now it's initiative 6. It is Lorgar's turn.
is Lorgar's turn.
So this is into a challenge, if anyone's wondering. I'm hitting you on 4s, and I don't hate you anymore.
No. Oh!
But I wound you on 2s.
You
They
do.
are brutal 2. So that is
4 wounds.
4 invulns.
So 4 invulnerables. And I will re-roll that one.
God,
So I do 1 wound. So
Lion
I'm
is
only down to
product.
4. Which gives me an extra attack next turn.
Oh, good. Into the Galvorback, and they're fighting into the Terminator unit. Majority weapon skill of them is now 6, so I'm hitting them on 4s, and I don't have hatred anymore. In the tray. That was alright. I'm still wounding on 2s, because I am strength 6, and those 6s are the instant death, which is what I'd like a lot of.
Ooh, 1, 2.
There's 2 instant death, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 armors.
Right, so I'll take my 6 armors first then.
Yeah, you will, you're gaining.
Because, yes. So 6 armor saves.
Oh, kill someone!
So my Preceptor's dead, and there's a wound on there, which means I've got to take 2 invulnerable saves on the Praetor.
Yes.
Which
He's
is
dead!
goes down.
But they do both get to fight because this was initiative 5.
Yeah, so the Preceptor doesn't.
Oh, the Preceptor doesn't, was he initiative 4?
He is. Before he goes down, though, he does get to attack with the Praetor.
Yeah.
So I am weapon skill 6, you're weapon skill 6. I am Deathwing again, though, so I'm hitting you on 3s. Which is not great, but I did check. He's not actually mastercrafted, so I did cheat you in the last turn. So I do apologise.
Shocking cheating.
So, but that's 1 wound, and you do get your armor save, and you feel no pains.
So no armor because I'm only armor 3, but we're going to feel no pain, which I fail. So one guy takes a wound.
But after that, the Praetor does die.
Yay! Clank.
My units have gone now, so it's just down to the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
So Dreadnought, unfortunately, is hitting on 5s, which does 1, but he does wound on a 2+, which
Yes,
does
that's a
that.
brutal 3.
It's a brutal 3.
So I've got 3 feel no pains, which I pass 1, fail 2. So the guy on 1 wound then goes burp, dead. Down to initiative 3, and Daddy Pharaon has to fight into the Dreadnought
That's convenient.
because he can't fight into this challenge between his son and this traitor. So he has
Whoa,
normally
whoa.
he couldn't hit the Dreadnought, but I am buffed once and it does buff my strength by 1. I'm weapon skill 6, so I'm hitting on 3s. I like that. I do need 6s, but I also have thread. So nothing. And thread for 1 invuln save on the Dreadnought.
Which I don't make.
Yes, feel the wrath of the Patriarch's call.
Down to 4 wounds on the Dreadnought.
And finally, at initiative 1, my 2 power fist wielding Galvorback have to swing into the Dreadnought again, can't fight into the challenge. Hitting on 3s because I'm much more better. Not much more better.
Not that good.
Wounding on 2s because our effective strength 10, effective strength 11 to be fair. But
Yeah, so 2
2.
invulnerables. I make 1,
another one.
another one with a wound.
So once again, I win the combat, but the lion
Is fearless.
holds firm, fearless. So we lock up. End of my turn. It will not die. 4 up for Lorgar. He doesn't get a wound back. Word bearers turn to wrap up. And I don't know.
It's still-
it's still all to play for, but there's lots of Dark Angel objectives if I can't get to them. So Marigal bursts around the corner. Look. I reckon Lorgar will go down next turn. However, I'll then kill the lion in reply. But without our Primarchs on the board, I don't really know what's going to go on. Over here, this Marigal will win that combat next round and clear the way. But I don't know. It was all right. I haven't scored any points, and I can't put many objectives down now. But I've got to clear some Dark Angel ones. That's my objectives now for this rest of this game. Stop the Dark Angel scoring.
Turn 3 movement for the Dark Angels.
The Recon Marines have moved up from their positions. Now, I did move, and did move his Scorpius as a reaction directly away from them, which is, you know, entirely fair point, because they are all melter bomb armed loons. They are firing though, so they do get a bonus against squads with characters in there. So I might end up having to shoot the tactical squad that's there. Moving up on the other side though, the Spartan that housed the Lion turned around ready to take some shots into the autocannon team. The tactical squad next to it moved up along with the other Rhino just to get a better position, get into a different way of seeing things. Over on the left flank though, I have taken a risk with my sabres. I've moved close up into very close range to the Marigal. I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but I've got a couple of shots going to the side of the Scorpius Whirlwind there, but the only other thing is I'm relying on my heavy weapons team, who can now see the Gal Vorbak to take it out. Marigal, Gal Vorbak. It's all corrupted nonsense, Ed. You know that.
They don't know that.
Whereas the Sicaran Omega has stayed still and just ready to take on any shots remaining. Starting of the Dark Angel shooting, the Spartan will fire its full large cannons into the heavy weapons team, as the heavy bolt is in the heavy weapons team as well.
Now I will return fire.
So let's get these glass cannons done first. So all of those hit, all three of those twin linked, of course. So four of them hit. Three dead though. And then the heavy bolters, which are 4 shots, twin linked, and wounding on 3s. That's 2 more wounds and 2 more saves.
2 more armor saves. For 2 more saves. 3 dead. Returning fire from the autocannons. 3s to hit.
Oh no.
And then hunting for 6s, but with Sunder.
Yeah, that could do it.
Come on, Sunder.
Ooh. There's a lot of 6s there.
6s with Sunder.
With Sunder though.
No more there. No more there. And then it is 3s and 4s to glance, 5 and 6 to pen.
Yes.
So
Nothing.
1 more glance. No, well worth it.
Sorry.
Well worth it.
I will take that glance.
Yeah,
Well done.
You will take that glance. Oh dear.
The last cannon team now, with its opening sights, has now seen the Marigal,
Yay!
the Galvaral, the Galbaral Dreadnought,
Galmaraz?
the Galmaraz Dreadnought.
Galmaraz Dreadnought.
So it's going to open fire, all 10 of them, and we'll go 3s to hit. That's what I like to see.
Oh, yeah.
2s.
2s, yeah.
That is. Do you want me to roll?
No, that's fine.
That is 8, 5, 7. 7 wounds.
And they do it.
He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's alive.
He's got 1 wound.
Oh, and also, come back to the dice tray, D. Do you know what we didn't do? Was my it will not die at the end of my last turn. And the other dreadnought? No, that's why you don't go back in time.
The Sicaran Omega is going to try and finish him off. He is going to use the full blast plasma burn though. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s, reroll because it's twin linked, and then wounding on 3s, sorry, because you've.
Only what? Only.
All the heavy bolters from the Sicaran Omega.
Don't you dare, Ian.
1 wound.
No.
1 wound.
No.
So they miss.
Do it.
6s.
Do it.
Need 6s.
Fail.
3. So that's 3. He does 2 plus armor save. Just
One
a
attack
1.
for dramatic
Just a
effect.
1.
Dramatic
Just
effect.
a 1.
Dramatic
Just a 1.
effect.
Ah, come on, Ed.
I'm so bad at this.
Ah! So with that unfortunate disappointment, moving on to the Sabres.
What do you mean?
1 wound left, Ed. The Sabres are going to open fire into the side armour of the Scorpius. He does have 4 hull points into his armour, 12 on the side.
It is.
So I'm looking for 6s. So
3s to hit.
hitting on 3s. Oh no, that's not good.
Lots of 2s and 1s.
There's a lot of 2s and 1s there. And then 6s. Just 4 6s.
Just 4 6s.
4 6s. 1 6.
1 hull point course.
The tactical squad's going to take some long shots into the other tactical squad there that just rallied. There's only 7 of them, so see if I can hit with them. Hitting on 3s, so that is 4 hits. Wounding on 4s, 2 wounds.
2 armor saves.
Another one!
One day.
Hey!
Will be another morale, because that's...
Top 25 was followed.
20%. Maths is hard.
Moving over to the outflanking recon units, they're going to take a shot into this tactical squad that's onto them. Now, they are firing, and there is an independent character in there, so I do get +1 to wound against them. So, I'm going to do them all at the same time. That is, how many is that? 18 shots? 18 shots. Hitting on 3s. Look at all those 1s and 2s.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I am wounding on 3s.
Yes.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, sir. Onto the tactical squad.
7 on the tactical squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10.
Ow!
Morale checks at the end of the Dark Angel shooting, and because I can see Logar, it is +1 leadership.
You're going to roll a double 6 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So leadership 10 because there's a character in there.
Totally fine.
And then on the other one who can also see Logar, they leadership 10 because that is a champion. And they
Also pass.
We love it.
Moving on to the assault phase. We'll go on to the Marigal Dreadnought against the Despoiler squad here. Now, this squad does unfortunately get to go first with its horrific amount of attacks.
So I've got 4 base, then 2 for Rampage, because I'm outnumbered by you horrible Dark Angels. I hit on 3s, because I'm better than you are, and I kill on 2s.
Yeah, you do.
And you're not fearless anymore. That's
3 dead. My attack's back. I've killed off all the chainsword guys, so just power weapons left. So I am hitting on 4s again, though, because of Deathwing. So that's 1. Ooh. I'm wounding on a 6, so nothing from there. And then the Carbonite Warblade from the Sergeant. Again, same again. Hitting on 4s. Yes. So nothing, but I do lose that fight.
By 3, and I cause fear, so and by 4.
So, I am running away.
Do I catch and kill you? Plus my initiative.
So after that bit of mathematically, I actually do get away with those 3 despoilers left. So I go 2d6 away, which is 4 inches.
Lovely, and I consolidate.
Grand Slam fight of the century, there we go.
Yes.
Lion versus Logar. This could be all it in the last turn. He's got 2 wounds left.
You've done a consistent 2 a turn.
The lion has got an additional attack for being reduced out to 4 wounds
Loyalist
as well.
Bullcrap.
So hitting on 3s.
Loyalist bullcrap.
Oh, Mastercraft that one. So all of them. And then 2s
for Fleshbane,
which is all of them. That is 5 wounds, sir.
Come on, Logar.
2 wounds. That's all you need to do.
He's
It's gone down, Logar. It's gone down.
Oh, that scores you, Warlord and Giant Killer. Logar down.
Defeated.
At initiative 5, my Gal Vorbak now.
The Marigal get the strike.
So I am going to swing into the line, because if I can drag him, I equalise the 3 VP I just lost using Logar. I am hitting on 5s because he has a better weapon skill than I am.
Yep.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
And then I'm wounding on 4s because he's also T6.
Yep.
And 6s are good, but that's just 2 armor saves.
Which I'm fine with.
No.
He takes it and is totally fine. The Dreadnought then gets to go.
Yep.
He gets his 3 attacks, hitting on 5s. That's 2 this time. And 2 wounds.
Lovely. So
Which are 6 wounds altogether.
3. So for the first Marigal, with his Field of Pain, saves 1, saves 2. And then the second Brutal, which is now on the same Marigal, because it's that's how Brutal works, is dead, but it just kills 1 Marigal in total, so he's dead. Corferon now trying to get revenge for his poor son. Will be swinging into the line. I do drop to a weapon skill 6 because I have to be in the squad with Logar with my +1 weapon skill. So I'm hitting on 5s. And I don't hate you anymore.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
I'm only strength 4, so I need 6s, but I have shred. With the Patriarch's Claws, nothing! Oh,
no.
The last thing I have are my Power Fist guys, and I'm going to put them... Am I allowed to put them all into the line? I don't know, I'll have to look it up. I'm all sad, so I've lost it. Whatever the rules are, I don't care. I'm putting all the Power Fist attacks into the line, because I need him dead.
Jesus, you're already getting the comments rage.
Hitting on 5s. No, oh god, no hatred. Wounding on 2s. That is 2 invulns, which you get to re-roll one of the failed ones.
So I take 1 more wound, so I'm down to 3.
I've lost that combat by 4, and being corrupted, I have to take a leadership check, or Perils of the Warp is incurred. I fail, so it's D3 wounds onto me. That is 2 instant wounds caused onto the squad. 1 Gal Vorbak takes another 2 wounds.
I've got the Lion's It Will Not Die roll to make, so on a 5+, which he doesn't do, so he's back still on 3 wounds.
Good.
The left flank armoured column unfortunately didn't perform as well as I wanted them to. The Marigal left with 1 wound was a bitter disappointment. So frustrating. The double 1 on my Omega just let me down so much. The last cannon team taking a load of wounds off it though. Well done for that. Moving up, tactical squad to do what they do. The Despoiled squad weren't going to win that fight against the other Marigal. And I have a feeling they won't win the fight again. However, the fight between Lorgar and the Lion, absolutely beautiful. Decapitating strike against Lorgar, murdering him in front of his dad. Boo! Which is fair.
Wordbearer's turn 3 movement, and I've started by running my 1 wound Marigal over here and removing, because he's become in base-to-base contact with the Dark Angel objective over here.
Yep.
Second Marigal stayed still because he is just going to come and bash this Despoiler squad. And this tactical squad is deploying an objective again. Over here, my heavy support squad moved round, got into base-to-base contact with the other objective that's in my deployment zone, and I have removed that. The tactical squad with the Wordbearer's champion has moved right up. They're within an inch.
We know exactly what's happening.
We know what's happening. And then everything else I've kind of given up on. The Scorpius is going to get a free shot. I thought it was dead. It's alive. And over here, shame.
Very disappointed.
I'm very disappointed. And the Lion is going to absolutely shred me before I
Well, you say that, but again, it's me rolling dice. So
Fair. Starting my shooting, 3 autocannon guys can see this recon squad. They are snap shooting again, but shots is shots, so I shall be taking them. Hitting on 6s, that's 1 hit, and winning on a 2, rend on a 6, that's 1 armor save, which I got one! It's worth it, and that is 95%, so at the end of the turn we'll do a morale check for them. Plans have changed. The Rhino here is going to spin his pintles and shoot into this Despoiler squad, because if I can kill them, the Marigal can actually just see the Dreadnought over here, and I can make a mental charge.
That's a long
and
charge.
get him into the combat. So
But
that's what's happening.
those Marines have to die.
They do have to die, so we're starting with the Rhino first. Heavy bolter misses twice. Maybe not die. And then winning on 3s, 1 armor save.
Which I make.
Fine. And then the combi bolter is twin linked. It hits once and it doesn't wound because I'm not a Night Lord. That plan it stays the same. The Marigal's starting in. It stays the same. Yes. And finalising my shooting phase, the Scorpius is sending another round over into this las cannon team over here. Yeah.
Beep boop.
I no longer have Nuncio Vox that can see, so there'll be no reroll, but that's a direct hit!
What, 9 of them did we say?
Yeah. 9 2s and 4s, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 re-rolling armors, and then 4 cover saves.
So 5, I will evade with these as well, sir.
Go for it, yeah.
So that's 5 armor saves.
Re-rolling. Fine.
Which is fine. And then what, 4?
4 cover, followed by...
Which is...
Shroud.
1, so you get 2 of them.
Yay, pinning.
Which is a pinning test.
Please be pinned.
Oh!
Scorpius for the win!
The game.
Snappy.
Morale check for this unit of Recon Marines. They fail, so they are running 4 inches away.
On to my assault phase, and I'm starting by sending the champion and his tactical friends into this recon squad in front of them. And Ian has...
I have going to use the disordered charge. I forget what it's actually called. What's it called?
Hold the line.
Hold the line, which they pass. So they have well held the line.
So I'm disordered on my charge, and then the second charge will be the Marigal into the...
It's not going to make it.
There's no way I can fail.
Not going to make it.
You know what? With my second one, they'll also do a disordered charge there as well.
Dude, don't fail.
Which they don't.
Yeah, so you disorder him as well. Starting into the combat with my champion, I must declare a challenge, as I am a champion.
So my sergeant has accepted it as well.
There we go. I'm initiative 5 will go first.
Yep.
I've got 3 attacks because you disordered me.
Yep.
I'm hitting you on 3s because I'm better than you are.
Oh.
And then I'm killing you on a 3.
No.
Not dead.
I do get my
I do
third.
have Mastercrafted.
Oh.
Forgive me, this is back to the hit. I did hit. This is Mastercrafted. No! Champion of the Word Bearers, what?
So the sergeant's return attacks, hitting on 4s. 5, sorry, because I'm not a good weapon skill, but one of them hits. But doesn't fail to, but fails to wound, so not.
Lovely. And then everyone else fights at the same time. I have 4 attacks.
I have 4 attacks.
I'm hitting you on 4s. I'm wounding you on 4s. For 1 armor save.
1 armor save, which I make. I will take hitting on 4s, but wounding on 3s. So 1 wound, sir. Which is
I
fine.
win, but I have a Vexilla, so I win by 1.
Yeah, so I will take my leadership test, and I'm fine.
Champion of the word bearers, indeed. Oh, God. Why? Why would you? Into the Marigal, who will be fighting at initiative 5, so faster than the despoilers.
Yep.
Disordered, so he only has 6 attacks.
Oh, no.
Only has 6. So he'll be hitting on 3s. And
Killing on
2s. He only kills Oh my God! Oh, what is happening? What is happening? No!
So you've killed 1.
I've killed
My
1.
return attacks hitting on 4s.
Yes, because you've got swords or
Yep.
whatever it is.
And then I need 6s again,
Yeah,
which is nothing, so it doesn't matter. But I do lose by 1.
And I cause fear, so -2.
There,
Oh,
we're
thank
getting-
you. Right,
there
let's see if
we
I can re-roll the dice.
There we go.
Yes, finally.
It's finally gone.
Catch and kill, and I buff what was Lorgar's unit? The Gal Vorback are getting buffed again. I completely buggered up the last round of combat. So we've looked it up. A challenge counts as ongoing, even at the initiative step. So I shouldn't have been able to fight in the lion last turn. So we have given him his wound back as way of an apology from
Yep.
me, and I've still obviously lost my Gal Vorback. However,
I was going to say, you're about to do some bullshittery trickery.
However, still
Some
bullshittery trickery.
bullshittery trickery.
my word bearer Gal Vorback are all chosen warriors, so this guy is going to challenge the lion.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say no, because that means I can then fight.
So you get to absolutely murder that one Gal Vorback.
I
Go
do.
for it, sir.
So, he's 8 attacks now.
'Cause he has
Hitting
so-
on 2s.
And killing on 2s.
Killing on 2s, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Oh, look, I rolled 2 1s. But
Well,
that is
you
full.
kill him-
That's very dead.
Many
That
times.
is 5 instant deaths.
5 instant death, so he's just... And now, as I now know, because I've looked up the rules properly, these all have to fight into the Dreadnought. Into the Dreadnought now, the 2 Gal Vorback at initiative 5. So hitting on 3s, because I'm better than you are. And strength 7, so wounding on 4s, but really needing 6s. 2 armor.
So 2 normal armor saves.
You take our
Take
wound.
another wound,
Lovely. Then you swing,
which I then swing with mine, which is my 3 attacks. Hitting on 5s, which miss everything.
and then Corferon will swing,
Yep.
having again to fight into the Dreadnought. He is weapon skill 6, so he
hitting on 3s.
hits twice. Then he is strength 5, so he needs 6s.
Shred.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
And finally, my 2 Power Fist guys. Hitting on 3s. Excellent.
Yep.
And then wounding on 2s because they're effective strength 12.
Yeah.
Oh, God. 2.
2 invulnerables, though.
Yeah.
So let's get them. Which I
take
take
another
1. So another wound. I'm down to 1 wound left.
And then I have very definitely lost. However, my leadership can only ever be reduced to a 6. So I now need to do the corrupted rules. I fail my leadership, so it's D3. Perils of the Warp. I take 3
more
which
wounds.
kills another Gal Vorback. It will not die roll for the 2 Marigals. The one stood on the building. Does not get his wound back. And the one on 1 wound does not get his wound back. For anyone wondering, he ended up on the building because that's where he consolidated. I didn't know if I mentioned that. End of Word Bearer turn 3, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This Marigal's very lucky to be alive, and I'm glad he cleared
Very lucky to be
cleared off
alive.
some objectives. This Marigal that's jumped up on the building finally killed something, and he is again going to clear objectives. That's good, that's good. In the backfield, my Word Bearer champion completely let me down.
What is he, a Night Lord?
What is he, a Night Lord? However, trying to clear the backfield of objectives is a bonus, and I mean the lion's just going to rampage now.
I'm going to kill 1 a turn.
You're going to kill what is in because I'm just going to keep challenging
Yeah.
with 1 man to tie the lion up. However, there's nothing else I have. There's a Spartan that's going to tear me to pieces. I've got nothing to deal with that. I'm now relying on playing the game to win this. Let's get going.
Dark Angels turn 4 movement. Again, as you can imagine, the heavy weapons teams hasn't really done anything.
They are still pinned, unfortunately, so it's snap shooting only. The rhino that was next to the main building has gotten moved backwards, taking a good aim at the Galvo back on the one wound with its multi-melter. The tactical squad has gotten out and placed an objective, as well as the other tactical squad dropping an objective as well. The Spartan has turned around, ready to aim at the Marigal that's on top of the building there. Over on the outflanking side, the Recon Marine, one of them still stuck in combat with the useless champion, and the other one has moved up, but Ed, using his reaction, has moved his Scorpius out of the way. So it's a little bit further away, but I might make the charge and see what happens. The armoured column on the left-hand side has moved up as well. I do need to take a couple of dangerous terrain tests for the Sabres that moved up on there, but otherwise, get in a better position to open fire. So those 2 dangerous terrain tests for the Sabres that I was talking about. The first one on the left-hand side, totally fine. The one on the right, fine as well. So they're continuing in a better place to open fire. So starting up with a Rhino from the tactical squad, it's going to open fire with its multi-melter into the Galvo back with the 1 wound left. Marigal. So he misses, but it's twin linked. Misses again. So never mind that. It does mean I do get to fire all my last cannons into him then.
Go for
to
it.
try and take him out. I am hitting on 6s.
Because he was pinned last turn.
Which I was pinned, so I've 1. But a wound.
And an invul. Which I fail.
Hooray!
Finally, first Marigal goes down.
First Marigal's down.
Marigals explode 6 plus D6.
So 6 plus 1. So 7 inches. So it does actually get 2 Marines and the Rhino.
So the 2 Marines wounding on 2s.
Definitely. So I'll hit my armor save on them, which one of them does go down.
And then glancing on a 2.
No.
Nothing to the rider.
So 1 Marine gets taken out, but the Marigal explodes. And this is where my favourite Sabres come into action now. The 22 shots from the Sabres are going to go into that 4-man tactical squad right there.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine, absolutely. So hitting on 3s. Ugh, that's terrible. But wounding on 2s.
Sorry, Bob.
That's a lot. That is for 5, 10, 12 wounds altogether, sir.
Oh, let me hand over.
Yeah, 12 wounds.
1, 2, 3, 4 dead. That's the squad wipe.
That's the squad wiped.
Oh, thanks for that.
Plus another 4 wounds.
Squad wipe plus 1.
Hey! The 3 Recon Marines from the outflanking force are going to plink at the back armour of the Scorpius there with their bolters. Open fire, hitting on 3s. But I do need 6s to glance. Which I get another glance. That's another whole point down.
He's down to 2.
So the Spartan's going to fire up next. He's going to open fire into the Marigal. Out on the hill there, on the building, out in the way. So I get my 4 shots from my last cannons. Which, fortunately, they're twin linked. So that's all of them hits. 2s to wound. That's 4 wounds. That's 4 invulnerables.
There's 3. We try pass 1. So he takes 3 wounds.
And then the heavy bolters, which are twin linked. So all hit. 6s to wound though. 1 wound, 1 normal armor save.
Oh, he
Hey!
takes 4 wounds. Ouch.
Sticker and Omega there is going to open fire up into the Marigal. Now, I've only got to cause 3 wounds, so I've decided to go for the burst fire, so that's the 8 shots rather than the 2 shots from the focused fire. Just because I think it might cause a bit more, but we all know how my dice rolls go. So it's hitting on 3s, 3 rolling misses. There was 2, so they all hit.
Ooh.
So I do need 5s and 6s to knock you onto your invulnerable save.
-1 strength because of my rules, but...
Oh, that is 4 wounds, sir. So that's 4 invulnerables.
Lovely, and I must pass 2 to live. I don't.
Oh no,
He goes
down. But he does explode again.
6 plus D6 for a mighty 8 inches. Let's look and see how many things we hit. After looking it up, there's 8 Marines and my Scorpius clipped by the 8-inch explosion of the Marigal. Putting on 2s on the Marines for all 8 wounded.
That's some there. So you get
3 dead.
3 dead from that.
And then would you like to try and glance my Scorpius?
I would like to try and glance your Scorpius.
You do. You
Which is penetrated. Which is...
stunned, so it'll be snap firing next turn. That's bad.
Oh no.
Well, so which means it won't be shooting its main gun.
Yay. And I did take quite a few wounds onto this tactical squad here, so I do need to take a leadership test. But they're fine. They're going to stick it out. That's no worries at all. First combat here, we're against the champion unit with the tactical squad. He does get to go first, though. So
I'm still locked in the challenge with the sergeant. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
This time we'll
There
don't
we
need my
go.
mastercrafted. Then 3s to wound. I chop him down effectively twice.
That's 2 wounds. He is dead, Sergeant.
Good.
So the remaining Marines there, I've got 4 left. So I'll do mine first. So hitting on 4s.
Yes.
And then wounding on 3s. So that's 2 wounds.
2 armor saves. I am
totally fine.
And then I have my 5 attacks back for Marines hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, nothing.
Nothing. But you do win that combat
By 3, because I have a Vexilla.
Yep. So I lose. And I do
Running.
run away.
Come on. Oh, I catch you, kill you,
and that
because initiative higher.
Squad is wiped.
Lovely.
Over onto the Lions combat there. What would you like to do, Ed?
I will issue a challenge.
What, with Cortheron?
No, this Galvor back here.
That one whole Galvor back. Okay
Yes.
then. Right, Lion gets to do his attacks then. Do that. So he misses once. And then... that is 6 wounds at instant death.
Instant death. I am deaded.
Yep.
Dead.
Dead.
And weirdly, now I've lost all my initiative 5 Galvorbacks. Your Dreadnought
my
goes
Dreadnought goes next. Okay then. On to the Galvorbacks. Hitting 2 hits. And 2 wounds. That's
so
6
become
wounds
6.
altogether.
So the first Galvorback, he takes a
Dead.
3 and dies. And then the second Galvorback takes 2, so he's alive on 1 wound. Ooh. So that was him dead.
Yep.
And then that Galvorback has 1 wound left. Corferon will now swing into your Dreadnought.
Yep.
Hitting on
3s, I believe.
3s, because he got buffed a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
Yes. He doesn't hate you. He is now strength 5.
2 wounds?
No, because it's 6 is to wound you.
Oh, yes.
With shred. Nothing. And then the one Galvorback has got
power
1
fist.
wound left. He hits you once. And he wounds you. No! Oh my god!
no!
I lose again. So morale, I can only ever go down to a 6. I fail. So D3 Perils of the War. That kills the Galvorback.
Yep.
Now Corferon does get an invulnerable save. I'm just going to check to see if it's a 5-up or a 3-up. Looked it up, and Corferon has a 5-up invuln against psychic attacks. It's Lorgar who has a 3-up. So he's still got 2 to take. He has got 4 wounds, so he's going to take our wound. He's down to 3, but now it's Corferon versus the Lion and the Dreadnought.
Oh no!
This may have gone wrong.
Turn 4 Dark Angels round up. That's not too bad. Down to Corferon in the fight of the century. The 2 Maragals are gone. Completely owning the board here. All my objectives are down. I'm just going to try and work out whether I want to go for his objectives next. Trying to take them out, deny him theirs. Although I must admit, my outflanking forces are a little bit worse for wear with only 3 of them left. But everything else seems to be going okay.
Turn 4 for the word bearers, and I've got bottle left.
It's looking a little bit dicey.
Looking a little bit bad. So, remembering the Scorpius is stunned, so he cannot move, and he will not be firing his main gun. That's pretty bad. This tactical squad moved, cleared the home field objective for the Dark Angels, then moved forward, and then this Recon Marines reacted away from me.
Yep.
So, they're even further away. That's bad. My Rhino has spun around, he's going to get some random shots. And finally, my autocannon team shifted 7 back again. It means they'll be snapping, but they all get to fire, because I'm going to try and get some spiteful shots before I concede to this horrible, horrible bullshit Dark Angel list of metaness.
All right, whatever.
Starting my shooting phase, the Rhino is going to try and clear this recon team before they keep laying objectives. So Heavy Bolter, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 4, 3 wounds, please. Please die.
1, 2, 3.
That's not what I asked of you.
That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Then the Combi Bolter hits twice and doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound. Well, wonder what they're doing.
You're not doing what I've asked.
No.
The Tactical Squad with the Champion. It's a 10-inch charge to get up here, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fire my bolters again. I'm going to try and kill them to stop them laying objectives. Hitting on 3s with my rapid-firing bolters. Are you happy with that?
Yeah,
I'm not happy with
No,
that.
okay.
I'm not happy with that. There we go. And
4s.
on 4s. Please take 2 armor saves.
There's 1. There's 2.
1 down.
So one of them does go down.
Will be a morale check.
So I'll do my morale check, which is Fine.
My autocannon team is not being clever, they're being spiteful, and I'm shooting into the side armor of the Spartan because it's what they were here to kill and they haven't bloody died yet.
Okay.
I am snap firing because I moved, so 6s to hit you. That's 1, 2 hits. Yes, yes.
There you go.
Then I need 6s to glance.
Yep.
But I do have Sunder because I have a Siege
You do?
Breaker. That's 1
Oh.
ending, so that takes me to strength effective 13.
12.
I know because there's no side arm.
Oh, yeah.
So no, I don't do
anything
I
then.
needed a 3 or 4. Oh dear.
Spartan's still there.
Spartan's still there. I'm an idiot. It was 1 glance because it's side armor. It's not -1 strength because of the flared shield. So I did get a 14.
So he's down to just 4
The
whole
spike
points.
works. Into combat now.
I'm going to issue a challenge
The line-
against Corferin.
Yes, Ian's using my own tactics against me.
The line of Aurelius must die.
I cannot say no. So Corferin versus the Lion, the fight we all want to see.
So I'm hitting on 2s, re-rolling that one. Ah, look at that. I've got Fleshbane and Killing Blow. That's a lot of invulnerable saves there. That is what, 6 5 pluses?
Here's 5. Oh, look,
Oh,
he's
he's
dead.
dead.
You killed Corferin. You've killed the entire Aurelian family. Oh, you can consolidate if you want.
I will.
End of Wordbearer turn 4, and I'm pagged. But I don't quit, so I'm not going to quit. Yeah, I've literally got an autocannon team that's looking down the face of the Lion now, because he consolidated his 7 inches this way, and the Dreadnought's pushing further into my my zone. Currently, I have a very knackered Scorpius, a Rhino, and a squad. But I've got a champion. A brave champion of the Wordbearer. That's
Bravely bold.
all I need
Bravely bold, Sir Champion.
against this. Here we go.
Turn 5 and final turn for the Dark Angels. Everything has just advanced forward. The line has charged straight up into that heavy weapons team there, ready to take some fire there. Everything else getting into a position where it can do some damage. The sabres there staring directly at that tactical squad with the champion. A lot of things looking at that Scorpius as well, but another nice little sneaky thing is this Recon Marine squad placed their own objective while also destroying heads there,
Mean.
which was very mean but very funny at the same time. Over here, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
I was going to go, but that's more or less it. Starting up with my babies, the Sabres. They're going to open fire up into that tactical squad. Hopefully, obliterate them.
Yeah.
Now, they are firing as well, so they get +1 to wound. Not that it matters. So, here we go, hitting on 3s. Get rid of them, and them. But winning on 2s. It's 4. A lot. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's 5, 6. 12. 13 wounds altogether from that unit.
I'll just get some dice.
13 wounds.
Oh
dear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones were rolled there, which even if I was trying to play gamey, still kills that entire unit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
Multi-melter from the Rhino into the 1 wound Scorpius left.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can hit it. I do, but it's within melter range. So it does penetrate.
Yes, sir.
And it does. No, but it does
Doesn't blow it
go.
up.
But it was down to 1 hull point, so it has gone, so it has been wrecked.
Ah, bye, Scorpius.
The Spartan's going to open fire up into the heavy weapon squad with the autocannons.
Return fire.
You can do it!
Spite.
I mean, it's entirely fair, mate. Entirely fair.
Yes.
So I'll get my last cannons in there first. Hitting on 3s. Killing on 2s. That's 3 dead Marines from that.
3 gone.
And the heavy bolters get an additional 2 wounds. So 2 armor saves.
2 armors.
That's fine.
They're fired, so 3 dead, and then I'll get some dice ready to fire back. 6 of them firing back, hitting on 3s. And then needing 6s with Sunder.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's 2.
Yeah.
That was a 1. That was not a 1.
Yeah.
With Sunder.
With your Sunder.
So it scores me an extra 2, so that's 4.
Ooh.
And then it's his front armor again.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
one does need 3s and 4s. So that is.
Oh my
2
God, you've done it.
pens, 2 glances.
You've done it.
Ah, the spite
the
is
spite is
right.
good.
Yes, dice button.
Then grab his autocannon from the Dreadnought there into this heavy weapons team as well. 3 hits, 2s and 6s are glancing, so that's 2 wounds and 1 glance. 1 red.
One red.
What?
a glad surrender death. So 1 dead and 2 armors kills another one. So that's another 2 of my poor, beautiful autocannon squad's dead. I'm going to leave the Vexilla.
And the Fusel Arcaneus from the Lion himself.
Blimey, blimey.
Oh yeah, 2 shots. Never mind.
He doesn't want to do it with his gun.
He wants to make it personal.
He was trying to tell you. Morale check for the autocannon squad alive with sort of 1 man and a siege breaker. And they pass. They really, really, really want to take a charge from the Lion.
So back onto combat. The Lion will charge in there.
Yep, and I will overwatch. So the autocannon hits once.
Yep.
Moody got a 3.
Yep.
That's not a wound. And then the bolt pistol from the character hits and doesn't wound.
But I'm in.
Auto in because you auto charge 8.
There we go.
Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going.
There we go. 8 attacks.
I won't challenge you.
No?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
So 9 attacks on the charge.
Good, good.
Uh,
I've accepted my fate, Ian.
okay.
I'm dead.
No, I missed twice.
You missed twice. Okay.
That's, 6 instant deaths though.
I mean, technically, I've got refractor fields. No, I don't. I'd accepted my fate long ago.
Yeah,
There we go. We're
very
gone.
good. I think.
Lovely. And with that, I'm not going to take my final turn
With your
purely
rhino.
because I have a rhino. So let's work out some VP and come back to cut away from this horrible field full of Dark Angels. That's it. That's the end of the game. Yeah, as you saw, I didn't take my last turn 5. I had a rhino. Yeah, didn't seem really worth
You
it.
could have killed guys.
Maybe I could have done. So we've worked it out at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I scored a huge, mighty 6 victory points. However, the
I did get 14.
Dark Angels got 14. So a very, very big Dark Angels victory. Well played.
Yep, well done. Well done. Good game.
Well done.
Good game.
I even tried to cheat, trying
You
to
did.
fight into the
I know,
line when
into the
couldn't
challenges
do it,
and stuff, all sorts.
And I still couldn't bring him down the line.
Oh
my fucking God, the lion.
He's like, actually, even with that challenging nonsense that you do is just horrendous.
What a beast, what a beast. And then my
Absolutely.
guy's disintegrating from Perils of the War.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite funny. That was quite funny. The corrupted nonsense.
Taking on my Spartan.
You talk about mine with your autocannons.
That is true. That is true. But I don't care about what I do. It's more about what you do to me.
Those 2 Marigals, though, in that one turn. though.
One turn, yeah. They spent the whole game terrorising me.
like-
They didn't score very much points.
No.
But what they did do was make you very, very afraid.
Well, again, just had this entire left-hand side of the table just...
But then you pulled them down in one turn, and then it was like I folded like paper after that. I love the word bearers. I love that everyone enjoys killing them, and I enjoy them dying.
Yeah.
They're great fun. They are great fun. I started to forget to do my targets of sacrifice to the end, but everywhere was over though.
It got to that point where
Ignore us.
you would have started buffing a unit that was slowly dying
exactly.
anyway. So
it was fairly irrelevant.
I get it.
Forgive me, but I lost anyway. So.
Dan, comments. This is Ed's fault.
This is
He didn't. What you want to do is word bearers.
Yeah. On that point, so I deliberately brought what on paper is horror, 2 Marigals.
See, you're doing it
I'm
now,
doing it
yeah.
now. The amount of times 2 Marigals, 10 gold
back.
Primer. I deliberately did that, but I deliberately only brought 2 tactical squads, the tax squad.
But this was the thing.
We deliberately played a game where it's not just killing your opponent. So it's to prove a point that you can bring an army like that. But if your opponent plays the mission, they're gonna spank you.
Well, this is the thing. I had 5 troop choices, which could line units, which could plant and take objectives. I had my outflanks as well, which I had to deal
really
with.
Well, that worked really well. You have to go backwards to then go and sort them out.
But that was a good game.
Yeah, I still hate the line.
That's fine.
I still hate.
I wish the stasis grenades did what he used to do.
The entire Aurelian family.
And he'd do it again too.
So mean, so mean. You will see my word bearers again. You probably won't see this list again because why would I do that? To anyone without trying to prove a point. But you will definitely see them again. Because I'm having a great fun time playing them. We hope you enjoyed it. I will say this, we've mentioned a couple of times about our event that's happening in September, and I've had a lot of interest, people saying, can you let us know? We're actually already sold out.
Yeah.
We sold out in 23 minutes.
That was, when you told us that, I was like, wow, okay.
So if you are interested in our events, we advertise them on our Facebook group first.
Yes.
And if the tickets sell out on our Facebook group within a day, we don't bother advertising it further. And as we've already run event and it's sold out on Facebook, we didn't advertise it further. We are going to run more events next year. So if you're interested in getting tickets earlier than everyone else, be on our Facebook group, which is just November Echo Wargaming on Facebook. If you search us up, we release them a day earlier there. That's the plan going forward, to make sure people who are engaged with us as a community will get that opportunity, and then after that we'll engage. So join us on Facebook, join us on Instagram, and we hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed watching me lose.
I enjoyed watching. I mean, I'm undefeated.
Unbeaten. So if anyone wants to come on the channel to try and challenge our resident meta...
Wait,
Ian.
hold on. You've seen how I roll dice as well, so I don't understand how... What's going on?
What is going on? I love it though. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
The double one with that.
The double one was... I thought my Marigal might survive then, and then it didn't. But yeah, whatever.
No, very good. Very
Thank
good.
you once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
And
we'll
see you
catch
in the next one. Yeah, I did that.
Touching himself again.
But
Did I write it down anywhere? Or was...
I think I wrote it on paper. And
I think you wrote it on
name
paper.
I think I named the ones we did for the other event.
because they'll just be like, look at that Ed, cheating again with these horrific amulets. And why am I swearing?
It's because you've seen what I've deployed. I know now. Shedding its load into the opposing Dark Angel Dreadnought because there's nothing else I can really see to do it against. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to fire both of them.
All I'm going to do is walk on to there and there. Infiltrating and outflanking. I've managed to... outflanking, sorry.
Tag.
Could this weapon
Well, hold on. You're putting too much pressure on us now, and it's not going to work because this happens every time.
Do you think Daddy Kate Farrell gets worried about the friends that all go hands around?
Daddy Pharaon is the worst of
Because I'm Al Gaib.
Table over here. Why am I doing a turn two? I could get back in the Rhino, but I don't need them.
Into the Grand Slam fight, Logar versus...
Did I do it will not die? I didn't do my... Core Pharaoh now at Initiative 3 is also going to swing into the Lion. I mean, pile him in. There we go. Weirdly, I do go drop down to weapon skill. I very much definitely lost this fight, so what I need to do is take a leadership check, and if I fail, I take a Perils of the Walk because I am corrupted. What the fuck is... How much did I lose by?
Lots. What are you done? So,
And it's snap firing anyway, mate, so it's not like you have to worry. It's not even something, it cannot fire.
I gotta fucking do something. You fucking...
Looper!
Jesus Christ.
Looper!